the bottom line of what I believe this commandment is teaching us is that we have to do the right thing. We have to obey God even with regard to people we don't like. We have to be obedient even when it comes to people we don't like. So even people who have offended us, who have hurt us, who have spit in our face, who have slandered us, gossiped about us, and everything inside of us, our emotions, we cannot be led by our emotions. The fruit of the Spirit includes self-control. The fruit of the Spirit includes self-control. We cannot react from the basis of our hurt feelings or from the basis of our emotions. We have to have self-control, and we have to respond the right way according to the Word of God. When Joseph, in the Bible in Genesis, when he was in disguise and his brothers didn't recognize him, and his brothers, they brought Benjamin to him. And you have to keep in mind, these were the same people that had betrayed Joseph, that have totally just threw him down in the well and sold him into slavery, did all of these horrible things to him, were always jealous and envious of him. And he ends up in this position where he's the second in command over Egypt. And then his brothers don't know who he is. They don't recognize him. And they bring Benjamin, the second son of Joseph's mother. They bring him. The text says that Joseph is so overcome by emotion that he has to leave. And then it says that he went into the other room and he wept. He wept over his brother Benjamin. Now, what would have happened if Joseph had reacted from the basis of his emotions, his overwhelming emotions, and just lashed out at his brothers? Probably wouldn't have gone as well as it did. As we know from the story was that they reconciled. It was an amazing story of forgiveness, an amazing story of reconciliation. And I think that this is a crucial piece of that. It was Joseph realizing that he can't control his emotions. So what does he do? He leaves the room. Leaves the room, gets it out of his system, vents to God, weeps, prays, and then gets his composure back, and he's able to come back and respond in a godly way. So that is how we need to react, or how we need to respond, I should say, when it comes to people that hurt us deeply, people who have offended us deeply. We cannot immediately react based on everything we feel. We have to take a step back, take a deep breath, pray, and then do what's right even though they don't deserve it. Do what's right even though they're an enemy, even though they've hurt us. We are to show the same compassion that our Father shows to those in need. Yeshua said, "Do good to those who hate you." We were once God's enemies. You realize that? We were once enemies of God, and yet He still took care of us. He still provided for us.